Oh shit, Helen is going to be back in the Candyman movie. Whenever it comes out. COVID, whatever, it got pushed back, but we'll get it. Oh, and she even has the Candyman hook. Right? They're probably a couple. See, she started off like just being the sweet, innocent grad student, being excited to come home to her husband and everything. Then she turned into a ghoul herself. What exactly is her new role in this? Of course, she's going to be sort of a ghoul, but why is she being a ghoul? What's her purpose? What's her motive? Alright, I got a couple of theories about it coming at you. Well, 7 theories to be exact. Hey, I'm Brian, Slasher in Suits. What's going on, dudes? Alright, so Candyman 2020 is here, and Helen is back. But what exactly will Helen do in the new movie? What do you need to do as a ghoul? What's on her agenda?
My God, Trevor? Trevor? Trevor?
Yeah, killing your boyfriend's probably at the top of the list that ghouls want to do, and check and check. She's already done that. That was the end of the very first movie. Also, alright, here's my first theory. What if she comes back and kills that girl? She sort of let her off the hook, right? Like, I guess that was the whole reason. Sort of like, hey man, you're gonna move on from me that quick with this no bra wearing bitch in my house? Right? Sort of like a jealousy thing. And he was grieving, I guess, like, hey, I'll kill you if you're grieving that bad about it. Why are you seeing her? Right? It's been about 28 years. Why, she would be an older lady by now. I guess it wouldn't make sense to go just hunt her down. Man, you could just kill her in the meantime, right? It is the slasher movie way. You gotta kill the loose ends in the next sequel, and this is basically the sequel to the first one, so it makes sense to try to go back and kill her. Or, yo, check this. What if she's always been wondering what the hell really happened that night in the bathroom with him? What if she says Helen 5 times in the mirror?
Helen.
What's the matter, Trevor? Scared of something?
See, Helen's gotta be summoned, right? She's like Beetlejuice, Candyman, Bloody Mary. You have to say their name about 5 times in a mirror someplace for them to actually come. So somebody's gotta say that, and, Stacy was the last one to know Helen, so she might as well say it. Or maybe she passes the word on and somebody else says it. That's almost like considering like Helen her own like spin-off movie. This one's called Candyman. So I guess maybe Candyman and her are actually together, right? He's like, hey, if you die, you'll become with me, and now we're like a ghoulish, like interracial couple. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with interracial dating. I'm a big fan of interracial dating. But you can't date unless you're both ghouls or boogeyman. So that's why they're probably together here, because she has his hook, right? Candyman probably like, hey baby, can I borrow that hook to go kill my ex-husband? Alright babe, see you later then. Because right there, it's more or less like Helen chose to have the hook. Actual Candyman story was they sawed off his hand and then put the hook on. So he's pretty like attached to that hand. It's almost like if somebody was borrowing the Freddy Krueger glove, you'd be like, well, that's Freddy Krueger too, Well, this is more than a theory. This is pretty much what the plot's going to be of the movie. It's seeming like right here that Candyman is trying to possess the new guy, right? Like, that's how you pass it on. Because that's what he sort of did with Helen. He passed it on to Helen. Anybody who's that interested and looking into Candyman, he sort of takes an interest right back at you, and you sort of get recruited. But yes, it's definitely pretty much Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Frey's Revenge, where he uses Jesse's body to sort of possess him and jump off in the real world. So Candyman's doing that. Helen might do something like that too. Hey, like, why do you get a body and go to the real world? I want a piece of that action.
Candyman.
The urban legend is,
Candyman.
if you say his name
Candyman.
5 times
Candyman.
while looking in the mirror, he
Candyman.
appears in the reflection and kills you.
Well, we're still alive.
Right, Helen? Take your pick. If you're gonna possess a new girl and everything, you might as well. You have your pickings of all these girls, and they're all saying Candyman. Maybe you swoop in like Candyman's busy, but I'm gonna go show up, and I'm gonna take one of these girls, and she could be like, my protege. Yeah, maybe it's like Mrs. Claus, right? Like, there's Santa Claus, a Mrs. Claus. I guess she does the work sometimes if Santa Claus ain't around. Right? Maybe she's in charge. She's delegated to killing, like, girls. And Candyman goes after the fellas, right? That could be, like, the whole dynamic they have as a couple. Yes, remember the end of the first movie? Him and the baby? Him, her, and the baby? It's almost like he was like, you're gonna be a ghoul with me, and I'm gonna kill the baby, and we're all gonna be a ghoulish family together. Maybe Candyman's looking for a girl to have a baby with, right? They never even, they only broached that subject in the first movie. So Helen would be the mom, and one of those girls could be like a surrogate. Because they only mention, remember his origin story about him being a painter and falling in love with that white woman and everything, like Plantation's daughter? She had a baby, right? And they never mentioned that, what happened to the baby? Was she born? Was she not born? Did he make her get an abortion? Who knows, man? But he did want to start a family, and that's what happened when he died. I don't know if they could pull that off right. Maybe, because just ghouls and boogeymans and slashers having babies reminds me of Seed of Chucky, and I hate that damn movie. Maybe these two could pull it off, right? Love wins, right? Alright, here's my last theory. So, what if Helen's actually a good person, right? Like that baby is in the new movie, and she saves that baby a second time. Candyman tries to possess him and get him, but Helen comes through and saves the day. See, she's turned a new leaf. All she ever did was really kill the husband, right? And that's because he went off and found a smoking hot girl a month afterwards, But she did die a hero, right? She did save that baby, burnt off all her hair, died on the scene, and gave her life to save that baby. That's worth something. So what if that baby that she saved, Helen saved from that fire, is actually this guy who Candyman is trying to go after currently, huh? That'll be interesting. I'll dig that. That could be a video all on its own. This video's all just about Helen and how she's coming back. And oh, look at her hair, man. I hope it grows back. Right there, it just looks like Freddy Krueger's scalp. Thanks for watching, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that, and catch you dudes later. Later, dudes.